What is up, my Negroes? Hopefully this video comes out good. I don't want it. Might be a little bad though because I have to hold it while I show my shit. But anyway, this is my Dark World deck that I will be bringing to ICS Toronto, as many of you know. And I figured I might as well just show it because fuck it, man, I have it. So this is mainly for Katie and whoever, the residents of Yu-Gi-Oh. It's fairly standard. It's turbo. There's a little bit. I'm still like some finishing touches, and I'll show you two cards that I sort of want to get in there. So yeah, without I just might as well just start. There's only one proxy, which is ironically a very cheap card. I just couldn't find it. Yeah, these fuckers here. The reason why this deck is good. So yeah, 3 graph. I don't really know why you only want to talk about that. Yeah, there's not the monster lineup is pretty sound. Like I'm not gonna really change anything. Yeah, I'd say the monster, maybe one change, that's all, but I don't even think I'm going to do it. Yeah, 3 snow, whatever. Hopefully the camera isn't too fidgety. Fuck, my hands are hairy, I got the Robin Williams hands. 2 beige, this is really the only different thing I run in my build. If you even want to call it that. It's just, I don't like Katie suggested, teammate, I guess, Quality Mills, suggested that I run 1 Silva because at Toronto, you know, there can be lots of scrubs running, you know, Dark World dealings, like max dealings and into their shit. And if I have 1 Silva, it's like the most punishing card, pretty much the most like worst card you could possibly discard with the secondary effect. But again, there are plenty of times like late game where I get this and I just want to use its normal. Like I don't have gate. Like it'll be late game, they'll MST it, they'll JD it, whatever. I won't have gate, and I just want a normal summon. I won't have any discard outlet, so that's why I prefer just this. That's the only reason. I know some people like 1. I just like, you know, 2 is always good. This is a low monster count, so 2 tour guides. Yeah, you should run as many as you can. That's about how much we get. The spells. Again, fairly obvious stuff. 3 gates, the best spell, pretty sort of. 2 dealings. Again, I'm expecting some Dark World usage, so I don't want to go all out, but I think 2 is good. I mean, it's too good not to run. Hopefully, you don't get Jude in the mirror, but what can you do? 3 drags. You know, excellent in the mirror, excellent in other, you know, get some information. That's all you really need. Okay, now for the one-ofs, sort of. Yeah, nothing really. The gateway of the deck, as I like to call it. Upstart, Katie suggested drawing Pot of Duality over Upstarts, and I might agree with him. I think, you know, Upstart sort of, you know, it can get into, like, snows and whatever, but I think at the end of the day, you know, you want to dig deep into the next 3 cards and see what you can get and, you know, grab the snow, grab the Grapha, grab the gates, whatever. So I probably will playtest some dualities in the next 2 days, and yeah, that's all about it. Foolish, always run this. Always run this in Dark Worlds. Never, do not run it. Dark Hole. Allure, again, Allure, this is something I will probably replace. I don't know with what though, but probably. And that's it for spells. Again, so nothing mind-blowing. It's not really an original deck, but gotta know how to use it. Solemns. I know it's turbo, but I want protection. I want... If there's no warning, then JD will shit on me. Thunder King will shit on me. I just like warning. I love it. Yeah, it's turbo, so you're running this. 3 reckless. You know, as a player who really, really hates Reckless, I can't stand it sometimes. It really works in this deck. It's because I've never really seen a deck that can sort of sustain itself in terms of drawing per turn just on the card effects alone, like with just Dragged and Gate, and Dark Worlds really do it. Like Reckless gives you that extra push. I usually don't even Reckless unless I know I have like a Brow or a Snow in my hand, but sometimes you have to get desperate, and you know, it can pay off. Sometimes it can fuck you over, but it's been good so far. That's all I'm going to say. It's been good. It's a good card. 2 torrents. Dark Worlds don't really care much if you torrent them. Like, if I torrent my own Grapha, I don't really care. Next turn I have a beige or whatever, and it's just gonna come back. So Torrenting is probably the best trap in the game. I really love Torrent. It's amazing. It's amazing. I opted for some removal, so one bottomless, shit, one bottomless, fucking light, one bottomless and one deep prison. Just okay. The reason I don't go, two bottomless or just two deep prison, why I go one of is, although both cards are very similar, they both protect you from very different things. Like for instance, say Nat Beast comes out, Naturia Beast comes out turn 1, and you have a bottomless in your hand. That bottomless is not going to do anything. It's just sitting in your hand. Whereas if you set the deep prison, it can actually protect you, which is nice. But in contrast to that, say you're playing Lightsworns, for instance, or they drop a Judgment Dragon or a Blackluster Soldier. This deep prison is not going to do much. Okay, it's not going to do anything at all. Bottomless stops them from using their ignition effect, and it stops the monsters before they get their effects, and deep prison stops already established monsters. So I sort of wanted to get the best of both worlds. If anything, I might want to run 2 of this and just leave this on 1, or yeah, I don't have any more deep prisons. But again, even if I did have them, I wouldn't know how to sort of fit it in. But again, Deep Prison is an excellent card this format, and it helps in the mirror match, and it does a lot of stuff. So that's all. Again, cards. Now, since I've showed you the main deck, the main cards I've been thinking of replacing are the upstarts for dualities, if possible. As shown here. Where's that shit? Give me a second. Sorry. Here it is. I might run 1 or 2 of this, and another thing is I might want to replace Allure for Starlight Road. Again, I'm not really that big on Starlight Road, but if you have an established back row, this is really like the nail in the coffin sort of thing. Like if they don't have heavy, you're usually good, because heavy can really, really hurt you in this deck. Like you'll have fucking gate and 3 back row because you have to set for dragged, and then you're sort of left there helpless. I should stop saying but you're really helpless. So I probably will try to fit this in because I need the protection. Like, the best feeling is when you have a bunch of back row with Solemn and then a Grapha back. And when you have Starlight Road, that just increases the odds. I like Starlight Road. And it's really good. Like, you would think it's only for Heavy Storm, but it protects you from a lot of things this format. There's specifically Torrential. Torrential's the main one. So much Torrential going around. This is really good against it. Really good. Other cards I might want to fit in. Oh, if you notice, I don't run Mind Crush. I just found that Mind Crush is just such a depressing card. It'll be late game. I'll want to draw into a monster, draw into like a gate, anything to help me, and then I get Mind Crush, which is like that little thing in between where it's just I think it's a win more card. Like you drag them, and you know what they have, and like when you drag and Mind Crush is a really good combo. But again, I feel like I'm getting Mind Crush when my hands are clogged with either spells or monsters, and I can't even drag them in the first place, because if I'm dragging someone, I'm getting my Dark Roll effects, which is fucking good. And Mind Crush just doesn't help you there, and I don't know, I went from 2 to 1, and then I just cut it all together. I haven't really missed it at all. Don't really care about Mind Crush. If I had Shrub Dust Shoot, though, probably would have kept it, but it's gone. Actually, that was really funny when you had 3 dragged, a Virus card, and then 2 Mind Crush. That was fucking crazy. That was funny, though. In any case, I will probably get this in. I like it. Like, you just have a gate and this set, and that's it. They Heavy Storm you, they're fucked. That's all. It's always live with gate. That's all you need to know. So yeah, I'll probably put this in over Allure, and I'll try these over Upstart. If I like them, sure. If I don't, keep the Upstarts in. Only 2 Upstarts, by the way. Extra deck. Yeah, the only XYZ that's pretty much relevant, it's Levier. If I had 2, I'd run that too, but don't, so 1 will be good enough. Yeah, this guy's good. Useless. I don't even know why. Like, there's only the 2 Beaches, and if you make Fabled Raven 4 or something, so yeah, 4-star is not gonna happen in this deck, really. Yeah, I mean, Tour Guides, lots of level 3s, so this deck is pretty much the level 3 brigade. 2 Zen Mains, fucking awesome card. Just have it chill there. That's all. Don't even know why this is here. Whatever. Highlander, I do side into Fabled Raven, and getting this in against... Well, if anyone's fucking retarded enough to use Plant Synchro again, this is good, really good against that, and it's also really good against Geargia Karakuri, because the deck relies a lot on Burrito and what's the other one called? Whatever the level 7 Karakuri is, and that's pretty much the only synchros that I can really think of other than Plant Synchro. Yeah, and I guess... Oh, also, you can't... I'm not sure what the ruling is on Dark Highlander versus Stardust Dragon, but... Or Dark Highlander versus Starlight Road, but I'm pretty sure they can't activate it while he's on the field, which... You know, that's extremely situational, but that might be cool. I don't know exactly. I might be wrong. Again, Fabled Raven, so get some good shit. Yeah, if you run Starlight Road, go for it. And of course, Chimera Tech for the Geargia stuff, which I expect to see a little bit. You know, not a lot, but a little bit. So, overall, what do I think about it? Again, the problem with Dark World is that Game 1, it's amazing. Game 2, not so much, because it's really easy to get side against. You know, there's Shadow Mirrors everywhere. There's DD Crows, which are easy. Macrocosmos. But let's be real. Let's be real. What can use Macrocosmos right now in the format? All I can think of is Rescue Rabbit, which in itself lost a lot of stuff. So, I'm not sure what can use Macro, really. Maybe the Geargia stuff, I'm pretty sure that can do it, but... Again, I don't expect to see a lot of Geargia. Geargian X is a secret rare, and it just came out a couple weeks ago, so it's going to be very difficult to find. You'll only get, like, really, like, advanced players who have connections with the Geargia X's. But overall, I like the Geargia deck. Like, just... The thing I hate is I know I've said this enough to all the people I know, but the 1900 Searching Guy is... Oh my god, I hate that card. Horribly designed card. Just horrible designed card. Just like Grapha. Although Grapha, you know, when you read Grapha, you think it's fucking broken as hell, but in the end, it's again, I understand a lot of people probably do think Grapha is broken, but I don't think it's as overpowered as a lot of people do, but that's just my opinion. Again, Macrocosmos, Gemini Imps, fucking everything imaginable. And again, I don't have a finished side deck, but I will tell you pretty much 3 MSTs in the side, without a doubt. Some Decrees. I don't have Dark Smog, but if I did, I'd use it, just for the mirror. What else am I... I'm going to try maybe a Kinetic Soldier or 2. I don't like Samurais. If they get to turn 1 Shin, I'm fucked, and that helps. And it's also good against Heroes, which is an added bonus. I'm not sure what else I'd use. Maybe Mirror Force in the side, just for decks like Heroes, where they really rely on that one monster just poking. Mirror Force is really good. Yeah, I think that's all that needs to be said. Again, it's a deck that's really easily sided against, but it's got a really good game 1, which can sort of just carry you. You know, you can get a game 1, they can side heavy against you game 2, and then you can sack them game 3. So again, it's a deck that's pretty easy to use, but you gotta memorize a lot of combos, and yeah, it's just a bunch of memorization, you know. But there are some times where you do have to make reads, you know, if you should attack with Grapha, or if you're afraid of Deep Prison, or if you should even summon Grapha, because they might have Bottomless. So, yeah, again, I don't think it's as brainless as Rescue Rabbit decks, but it definitely is very linear. Like, it's not like a plant deck where there are like 100 million different ways you can play. There's only really one way to play Dark World. But yeah, again, I think power creep-wise, probably is the best deck. Overall, yes, extremely easy to side against. Extremely easy to side against, which probably will lead to its downfall, but I don't know how many people are going to prepare for this, so hopefully not a lot of people use Dark World, because the mirror match is a mess. It's just disgusting. I hate playing it, and yeah, wish me luck. Hopefully I do well.